Welcome back. The national railway operator TransNamib has launched a new initiative called the TransEvaRail Pricing Strategy Project in line with its integrated strategic business plan for 2022 to 2027. The TransEvaRail project aims to strengthen TransNamib's revenue generation, enhance sustainable competitiveness and ensure commercial stability. Joining us via Zoom to provide more information on this is Mr. Kendall Swartz, the Executive for Commercial and Marketing. Mr. Swartz, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, Nina. Good evening, viewers.
Mr. Swartz, just to begin with, could you perhaps provide for us an update on TransNamib's current financial state?
Nina, TransNamib is still in a difficult financial state. It's going to take some time for the company's turnaround strategy, but key initiatives has been put in place, especially lately with our appointment of our new CEO. So we are confident that the turnaround strategy aligned to our ISBP, which is our integrated strategic business plan, will make things happen for TransNamib.
Could you explain to us the key goals and objectives of this TransEvaRail project? How this project aligns with TransNamib's broader innovation and competitiveness strategy?
The project really is aligned to our ISBP, as you've mentioned earlier. It really will give us the opportunity to benchmark ourselves in terms of industry, in terms of our competitors. That will also enable us to get a clear view on our break-even point as a business. And then it will help us be able to position ourselves to maximize our revenue that we can get from our customers, which is really one of the key things that TransNamib needs to do to turn around. We need to make our profit margin higher, but at the same time, we need to grow our customer base. So yes, this pricing strategy will allow us to do that.
And what is the expected timeline in terms of implementing this new pricing strategy? How will the project be structured and, of course, also managed to ensure timely and effective execution?
This project was actually supported and enabled by GIZ. So they've basically gone out into the market and gotten industry experts to take part in the process for procurement of a company that can enable this project to be implemented at TransNamib. The timelines originally were set at around 6 months. We've tried to push things on a little bit. So we are hoping then looking at least a 4-month period. Once that's in place, we'll get a full report in terms of our pricing model that we need to have as TransNamib, as a rail operator. What we need to have in terms of our pricing versus our competitors. And once that's in place, we can really start implementing and making sure that we are aligned to the findings of the project, and then make sure that we start improving in terms of our revenue and profits.
And what challenges do you potentially foresee or anticipate with the implementing of this pricing strategy?
It was obviously with us having financial challenges. It took a while to get, this whole project off the ground. But like I said, the support of GIZ has really helped us to make this possible. So from now on, I actually foresee it not being as much of a challenge now. The pricing model actually presents us with a key tool that we can use to implement and get improvements coming through in terms of our pricing within the company.
Mr. Swartz, just unpack for us how this new pricing strategy would enhance TransNamib's competitiveness within the market.
As we know, we do have competitors within our industry, transport industry. So for TransNamib, our previous pricing model comes from way back. So we need to stay on par with the new trends, with what customers need. So this pricing model will enable us to do that, to make sure that we are aligned as to what we can offer our customers at what price. And then at the same time, we still need to be competitive enough to grow our market share as TransNamib. And I think these are the key things that this pricing model will enable us to do.
There were workshops, I understand, that were scheduled to begin today. Talk to us about what these workshops would entail.
So the workshops really gave an opportunity for our staff and for our stakeholders, along with our clients, to engage and give their views in terms of where they think we need to improve on our pricing strategies. We want to give them the opportunity to give their inputs, because it also will guide the consultant that's busy with the project. So that has really now enabled us to get those inputs to make sure that the results of the study that's being done and the pricing model that needs to come out takes all of these factors into account. And the workshop took place in Windhoek, but we made sure to involve our staff from other regions and then also our client base throughout the country. So I think that really makes it more comprehensive and will help us even get more valuable data to include in this pricing strategy.
Mr. Swartz, is TransNamib planning to utilize technology to support this project?
No specific technology needs to be added once we get the report back. It's more a matter of implementing, making sure that our policies are in place. Also, obviously, using what technologies are already available so that we can give billing to our customers in real time and make sure that also our invoicing is accurate. All of these challenges that normally could be in transport sector now, I think for us, we want to work on to improve, and this pricing model will also help enable that.
Just lastly, before we let you go, Mr. Swartz, how will TransNamib assess the effectiveness of this initiative over time?
As I mentioned, it's aligned to our integrated strategic business plan. So we have a 5-year period in which we want to affect the turnaround. Obviously, the sooner the better. But we will know our pricing model is effective as we see the change in terms of our revenue growth, the change in terms of our profitability. So this will really be a clear indicator that our pricing model is optimal and that it's enabling us to become sustainable and profitable as a business.
Mr. Kendall Swartz, your final remarks this evening?
No, I just want to say thank you for giving us opportunity to engage with your viewers. We have really been hard at work behind the scenes, but we are excited about the times ahead for TransNamib. We want to bring it and its services to Namibian people.
Mr. Swartz, thank you for your time this evening and thank you for joining us here on the Daily Roundup.
Thank you and good evening.
When we come back, we have some health matters to look at. Stay with us.